Right. So, digital handshake. What is this digital handshake? It simply means when you're online and you have other people, then just simply wave. Another thing to keep in mind is now people have their videos off. Okay. But in virtual interviews, never switch off your video. Switch on the audio only when it is required, but never switch off the video. If you switch off the video, that rapport you want to create with the other person will simply be lost, right? So start off with a digital handshake. It is when people are online and you can see them, simply wave at them. That is called digital handshake. Establishes some kind of rapport and it sends them a signal that you have acknowledged their presence. Acknowledge the difference. What is the difference between online interview and virtual interview? One very clear difference is in virtual interview we are using technology and technology can malfunction. Using technology, we are using internet, we are using our electronic devices. Plus, many cases, people themselves are not very comfortable speaking to others on the internet. It happens with many people, it's normal. So acknowledge that this online interview is not same as in-person interview. This also means that when you are speaking, when somebody is speaking, asking you a question, and you are not able to listen properly because of internet issues, don't hesitate to say that you have not heard it. Don't hesitate. Whenever there's a problem, whenever there's an interruption which is out of your control, acknowledge, tell that this interruption has happened and it is beyond your control and apologize for it. No problem. When you are not able to listen to what somebody has said, the chances of this happening in virtual interviews are very high. Acknowledge this. Tell this that you have not heard what the question was. Can the interviewer repeat the question? Right, so acknowledge the difference between online and virtual and in-person interview. Whatever difference is there, and if that difference is causing you any problem, speak it out. Don't hesitate. If you don't speak out, the other person will think that everything is okay at your end, and they'll continue with asking you questions, and then that will create problem for you. Maintain good posture. What is that? If you have seen that slide on interview techniques, you would have found there that there's an image which says how you should sit during in-person interview. You should sit same way even in virtual interviews. The reason is very simple. That posture actually increases your energy level. You can try this yourself at home. Try to speak somebody on phone lying in the bed. Try to speak to the same person or a different person sitting erect. Try to speak to same person or a different person when you're walking around. When you're walking around, you will find that your energy level in all three cases is different. Of course, you will have maximum energy level in your voice when you are walking and talking. This is not possible in online interviews, but yes, this is possible in telephone interviews. Because in telephone interviews, the only thing you have to convey your energy is your sound, your voice, right? So maintain good posture. When you are in good posture, it increases your energy and confidence level. Sitting erect and speaking, you will be able to transmit higher energy, positive energy. Maintain good posture. Then use your face to show you are engaged. This it's very simple to do this. All you have to do is simply look towards the camera. If you are looking towards camera will take care of other things. Plus, of course, you have now this your facial expressions. The smiling face, good positive postures on the face, those convey your energy, those are able to develop rapport with the interviewer. So use your face to show you are engaged. You can do that by looking into the camera, and looking into the camera will automatically transmit that image that you are looking towards the interviewer. Then have proper smiling face. Now smiling face, smile दो तरह की होती हैं. One is genuine natural smile, and second is a put up smile. It's extremely easy to differentiate between these two things. Have genuine smile, not artificial smile. Artificial smile is immediate indicator of lack of self-confidence. Use face to show you are engaged. Let the other person finish speaking. In in-person interview, we can find out, simply looking at somebody, we can find whether the person has stopped speaking, and then we can start, then I can start speaking. But in virtual interviews, there's a time lag between somebody speaking and that sound coming to me. I can see that somebody has stopped speaking. I can see that image, but the sound has not yet come. There's a time lag. When I see somebody has stopped speaking and I start speaking, it's quite possible कि उनका भी पूरा जो sound था वो मेरे मेरे तक नहीं पहुंचा. So the real thing, how you should do that is very simple. Don't start speaking the moment you see the other person has stopped speaking. Wait for some time, and when the sound stops coming, then only you start speaking. Let the other person finish speaking before you start. So because of the time lag between sound coming and me watching the image that the person has stopped speaking. So wait till you are sure that the other person has actually stopped speaking and sound has stopped coming to you, then only you should start speaking. Signal when your answer is complete. Now, what I told you just now was wait till you are absolutely sure that the other person has stopped speaking before you start speaking. Similarly, I also have to tell, it's more important for me to tell the other person that I have stopped speaking, the answer I was expected to give has been given, and the other person can start speaking. Signal when your answers are complete. How to do that? Very simple. I can use some verbal cues. Verbal cues. And what are those verbal cues? When you are through with your answer, maybe you can say, okay, have I answered your question totally? Or is there anything else I have to answer? Or do I need to add anything else to this? By saying this, you have given the signal to the other person that your answer is complete and the other person can start speaking. So signal when your answers are complete. Even raising a hand can give that signal, but the best thing is just verbal cues. Have you answered all your questions, or do you want to ask anything else, or should I continue? The other person will answer you yes or no, depending upon the answer. If the other person feels your answer is not complete, you can continue. If the other person feels that your answer is complete, then the other person will ask you question. So signal when your answers are complete. Explain any long pauses. Now, it's very clear when suppose I'm speaking and I stop speaking, I'm sending a signal that whatever I had to say is over. But many times, though I have stopped speaking, but whatever I wanted to say is not yet over. How? Now, I'm maybe I somebody asked me a question, the interviewer asked me a question, and I have answered only part of it, and I'm still formulating the answer in the mind about the other part. Maybe there's a distraction. Maybe I have to. Somebody has come on the door, and I have to go and open that, attend to that person. This will create a pause. Pause can be because you are thinking of an answer, or pause can be you have been called away for some urgent work. If this pause is there, explain this pause. If you are thinking about an answer, you are still visible. Tell the interviewer that you are trying to recollect your thoughts and your answer is not yet complete. You will take some time to make up the answer and start speaking again. You are sending the signal that your answer is not yet complete. The interviewer should not start speaking. Wait for you to make your answer and give the answer. If you are called away for a couple of minutes, explain that even. It happens in homes, no problem there. But when you are called away, before leaving the seat, explain what has happened and how much time you are going to take to attend to whatever situation you have to attend to. So explain any pauses. Pause can be because you are thinking of an answer. Pause can be because you have to attend to something and you will have to leave that interview. Explain it. It will be taken in good spirit, it will be taken in good positive spirit by the interviewer that you are thinking of those people also simultaneously. Explain any long pauses. Now, treat your video interview like a conversation. In-person interview, we are present physically. We can now again. This fellow was Jay. What it did was, this fellow was Jay. Now, please attend to this fellow. वो नाम यहाँ आ जाता है. Now, treat your video interview like a conversation. When we are having in-person interview, we can modulate our voice. We can use different kind of voices, pitches, tones to establish some kind of rapport. Plus, we all want to deal with the people who are friendly in nature, somebody who you can talk to. फ्रेंडली हैं, इनसे बातचीत कर सकते हैं.
Hello, sir.
हाँ.
The PPT is
Yes.
like
So is visible?
Yes, now it is.
वो एक्चुअली
The
वो
interface is visible.
बीच में रिकॉर्डिंग लाइक पहले वाला रिकॉर्डिंग का वो मैसेज आया था और राइट सो ट्रीट योर वीडियो इंटरव्यू लाइक अ कन्वर्सेशन. In the in-person interview, we can use our voice to establish rapport, facial expression, handshake, conversation, body language, and all that. These things are not available in online interview. We all want to deal with people, work with people who come across as friendly in nature, जिनसे हम ऑफिशियल के बदले कभी पर्सनल बातचीत भी कर सकते हैं. This thing is conveyed by the way we talk, tone, pitch, volume, etc., etc. Don't think because you are speaking, this is virtual interview, you should be having only, let's say, official kind of business kind of language. No. Treat it as if you are speaking to a friend. Of course, I can't have that kind of informal language, but the way speak as if you are speaking to a friend, your conversation will carry that kind of easiness. People will think that here is a person with whom we can have even personal interaction, contact, and he will not be official all the time. So treat your video interview like a conversation. The way we speak to our friends, our colleagues, like that, this will convey good positive impression about you. People would like to deal with you. That's the another thing. So वो तो हो गया, but 5 top online interview tips. First tip, look directly into the camera and not at the screen or monitor to make good eye contact. I told you rapport develop करने का जो virtual interview में हमारे पास तरीका है, that's only through your facial expressions and eye contact. This will be optimum when you are looking directly into the camera. So look directly into the camera and not at the screen or monitor to make good eye contact. Right. First, most important. Second, don't be afraid to ask for a question to be repeated if you have not heard it properly. It's better to clarify. One of the slides said, acknowledge the differences. Acknowledge the difference between online and in-person interview. One difference is technology, and that is how the voice gets transmitted. If you have not heard something properly, you have not followed it up, don't be afraid to ask. Even in in-person interview, if you have not understood a question, don't be afraid to ask. Same in online question, अगर आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आया or you could not hear it properly, ask, don't be afraid. Sound system can be less than perfect, so speak clearly and avoid mumbling or rushing your words. One, of course, when we actually record your interview, you will be able to make out whether your sound is audible or no. But many people have this habit, their sound level is low, or some other have this habit, they don't speak complete sentences. लास्ट के 3-4 वर्ड्स नहीं बोलते हैं सेंटेंस के, और एज दे कम टुवर्ड्स एंड ऑफ द सेंटेंस द वॉल्यूम स्टार्ट्स डिक्रीजिंग. All these things will make it difficult for the interviewer to understand your answer. So one, don't mumble. Mumbling means actually speaking at low sound. So don't mumble, don't speak very fast, complete your sentences, don't eat any words. Otherwise, the interviewer will have problem understanding your answers. Third, fourth, be aware of your facial expressions and posture. They are large part of your message online. That's what it was. Sit erect, have good body posture, look into the camera, have a smiling face, Have a smiling face doesn't mean keep smiling all the time, but it is appropriate, but have relaxed expressions on the face, not tense expressions, relaxed expressions. Pause before answering a question to be sure the interviewer has finished speaking. That's what we said. Don't start speaking immediately. Let the interviewer finish the question. Plus, also, when you have finished answering a question, send a verbal cue that you have finished your answer, and then if the interviewer has, now the interviewer is now free to continue with the next question. So five very important things: look directly into the camera. If you have not understood, not understood, understanding is not the issue, hearing is the issue. If you have not heard, now again, let me tell you two things here. One is understanding, second is hearing. They are two different things. Understanding is you have not understood what the question which the interviewer is asking, and hearing is that you are not able to listen to that properly. If you have heard but not understood, say you have not understood. Now you are sending a signal to the interviewer that he has to change the language because the way question was framed was not clear to you. But if the issue was in the sound, then say you could not hear it properly, then the interviewer will simply repeat the same question. So be very clear. You want repetition because you could not understand or you could not hear. If you say, I could not understand, then mostly the interviewers rephrase the question. If you say you could not hear, they'll speak maybe loudly or they'll move closer to the microphone to take care of this issue. Sound system can be less than perfect. Be aware of your facial expressions, relaxed expressions, smiling face, sitting erect, and pause before answering a question. Wait when I can see the interviewer has stopped asking question. Wait for some time before you start answering, and when you are answering, send the signal that your answer is complete. Now the interviewer can start asking question. Top online interview tips. And here is another thing. Should you use a PC or a laptop or a cell phone for online interviews? Why online interviews? For any online interaction. If possible, don't use cell phones. The reason is simple. What we said is if you have to speak, you shall have to unmute the mic. After speaking, you again will have to mute the mic. Cell phone is not that is stationary that way. It will always be shaking. You will not be able to project a better image. Plus, the image that you will see will be very small. At the other end, people are using maybe a laptop or a PC. They'll be able to see you properly, but on the cell phone screen, you will not be able to see them properly. So either use a laptop or a PC. Avoid using a cell phone for your online interviews, or I would suggest for any online interaction, avoid using cell phone. I'm sure all of you have either laptops or PC. Use them instead of using cell phone. These we have already gone through. Three very important C's for any interview: be cool, be calm, be confident. And of course, don't appear desperate. These and the importance of this we have already discussed. Any employer wants to appoint people who come across as confident, cool, and calm, and who are not weighed down by any family problem. You may have any family problem, but don't disclose that in the interview unless it is asked. Again, I said, आप जो भी बोलो interview में वो सच होना चाहिए. लेकिन सारा सच बोल दो, इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं. Answer the question asked. Don't volunteer any additional or extra information from your side. Many times it will be damaging. So remember, you have same goal in a video interview as an in-person interview. What do I want to achieve in in-person interview? Get the appointment letter. What do I want to achieve in the video or a virtual interview? Same, get appointment letter. The only thing is, the slight difference in the two things is, in virtual interview, I'm using technology, and technology can sometimes malfunction. Somebody's mic is on.
Pratik, please switch off your mic.
Right, so in video interviews, don't get fixated by video part of the interview. The important thing is not video part of the interview. Important thing is interview part of the interview. And what is that interview part of the interview that we have already discussed? It was basically care which fresher should take place, the mistakes which can happen in the interview. I have also given you 20 most frequently asked questions. Now please remember these 20 most frequent one, it does not mean that these 20 questions will be asked in all the interviews. It does not mean that, yes, but some of them are asked in all the questions. That's number one. And number two, so in addition to that, you will be asked technical questions related to the post for which you are applying. So prepare for those questions. Prepare for 20 commonly asked questions in all the interviews. Plus, if you can come across any other question, prepare for that too. In addition to that, if you have to appear in a video interview, take care of the suggestions made in this segment, then there is no reason why you should not be able to do well. So what it is, there is no reason why you will get rejected in the final interview. So what counts, very simple, what counts in all the interviews, irrespective of the type of interview, is very simple, written in the last line. What counts is the connection you can make with an interviewer. What rapport you can develop. And again, let me tell you, developing rapport does not mean giving 100% correct answers to all the questions. Another thing, let me tell you, the interviewers are not actually interested in your theoretical knowledge. Their interest actually is how you apply that knowledge to real life situations. Right? Theoretical knowledge is not used in the industry if you are working on the shop floor. It is used only when you are in research and development department or you want to teach. I can tell you this from my personal experience. I appeared for an interview in a company called Shriram Refrigeration Industries. I am an electrical engineer. Just for information, you know that already. So interview चल रहा था, and you can guess yourself whether you are answering all the questions, technical, theoretical questions properly or no. One can gauge that. मुझे भी पता था वो आंसर्स कैसे जा रहे हैं, और इंटरव्यू को तो पता ही है. But eventually they asked one question which I'm sure actually got me the job. Remember, I'm an electrical engineer. So the question was, if a motor made in India is taken to America, what's going to happen to this motor? Will it get overheated? That was the question. So what does this question require? It requires application of my theoretical knowledge. In that situation, plus some general knowledge. Now what does general knowledge say? General knowledge says in India, we have 50 cycles frequency. In America, they have 60 cycles. But motor can be taken there theoretically. Question was, will it get overheated? Yes or no? And whatever is the answer, explain that, convince us. This is not theory, this is application of the theory. So I said very clearly, difficult to say why, because in England, in America, US, it is 60 cycle frequency. 60 cycle frequency will increase your eddy current and hysteresis losses. Motor will get overheated because of that phenomena. But at the same time, motor will start running at higher speed because of 60 cycle frequency. So whether it will get overheated or not depends upon which part is greater. Are the losses greater or the cooling because of motor running at high speed is greater? That will decide. And one could very clearly check from the facial expressions of the interviewers, it is this which got me the job. Application. Because in industry you apply the knowledge which you have gained, that's it. So don't worry about right or wrong answers. Whatever answer you give it confidently and calmly. Don't appear desperate. If you do that, you will have strong chance of getting the job, right? So we still have, so this was 20 tips to ace online interviews. Now we still have, now we'll not get into this. We still have about 5 minutes. If anybody has any question, I can take that. Any question? So is there no question? Okay, since there is no response, no question, so I'll take it for granted. I'll assume there is no question. So that's for today. And tomorrow is an important session, and that is all resume making. Now, why I deliberately took the resume making the last was that your resume has to reflect whatever we have learned in these two sessions. So, how to make your resume reflect these things which we learned in these two sessions. This is what we'll be discussing the day after tomorrow in resume making skills. Right then. Thank you then. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
So now we will meet on 3rd of February,
That's
right?
right. Yes, third for the resume making
As you
skills.
know. Okay, sir. Thank you.